I remember growing up in middle school, in high school, nervous to talk to people. That I was always sweating, having anxiety, being upset with myself because I was having these thoughts of what words should I use. I was always fearful of if I'm saying the right word, what would they think? How would they feel about what I said? If you're going through these same thoughts, in this video, I'm going to show you how to be socially confident. Let's get right into the tips. Hey there, it's your girl Arezi. Welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Arezi, and on this channel, I help you close the gap from your reality self to your desired self. So let's go ahead and get straight into these tips so that you can feel confident in social settings and around others. Starting off with number 1, remember that we are dealing with other humans. I needed to know this so bad. I don't know why I was so scared to talk to other humans. Like, girl, you're a human as well. Remember that they are humans like you and they're having problems too, but camouflage it so well. I used to think people used to always have it together. How does she keep it together? They look like they have this and they have this, and come to find out they're struggling just like you are. That you can't even see it from the outside looking in, but as soon as you get to know about the situation and you realize, wow, like, I'm very grateful for where I stand at. The grass is not always greener on the other side. Growing up, I wish I knew that these people out here are just human beings. Jesus said, God does not give us a spirit of fear, but of power, but of love, a sound mind. Who shall I fear? Who shall I fear? Jesus says, don't worry about the flesh. They can take your flesh away. They can't take your soul away. This is only for a temporary. Inside you is eternal. And I want to touch on that because, you know, we have put, when you are very like anxious and worried about what the next person is saying, and sometimes being a people pleaser, we put our authority in the next person's to determine whether we feel good or not. No, we just have to remember that they're humans as well. They go to the toilet, they poop, they have acne, they sweat like this. They're nobody's better than the next person. And we have to remember that going into conversations and being socially conversational, that the person that you're saying hi to, good morning to, or walking past, they have issues too, just like you. And although they're not in the same body as you, they're not the same person as you, they still have issues. Everyone has issues. Everyone has struggles. Everyone is going through something. Nobody is perfect. You just have to remember that right now you're in a stage where you may show all of like your anxiety in your face and things like that, or you're just overwhelmed, or you're just nervous and things like that. But if you just take a deep breath and just being like, you know, these people, they're human too. They have problems. They might have anxiety. They might be going through depression. They might be going through all these things. However, they just camouflage it well. And once I truly understood that, I was just like, wow, why am I nervous? Why am I fearful of going to a job interview? Why am I scared of the next human being? I mean, these are human beings. I'm a human being too. So why am I scared of another human being? You know? Once you get that through your head, it just makes so much clear sense, and you're just like, wow, I was really nervous over nothing. Okay, moving on to number 2, start small. Okay, and that's how all these steps that I'm breaking down is everything that I went through to get rid of my nervous social anxiety, so that I could be socially confident and present and genuinely interested when I talk to somebody, when I talk to a stranger, and I can draw up conversations, low pressure situations, coffee shops, libraries, somebody passing by, throwing in like small suggestions like, hi there, how are you, how's your day? Or just like, you know, when you're getting your coffee, or just see someone pass you by and you're just waving, you're like, hi, you know, that starts off, you're like, you know what I mean? That didn't take a lot of energy and a lot of pressure to start the conversation, having a greeting. You want to start off with something small. You don't want to just throw yourself out in there, because then it's just not gonna be effective if we start off with like huge tasks, like putting you in a environment where all you have to do is strike up conversations, you know, and that's not gonna work. So we have to start off small. Coffee shops, gyms, libraries, somebody passing, wherever you go, honestly, like in your daily routine, you can always say hi to somebody. That's just like proper way of like being nice. So you just have to create that opportunity to start small. Like when you're at the coffee shops, or when you're walking your dog, or when you're going walking in general, when you're going to the gym, just saying hi to the person, because you know we're still human beings. Drawbacks number one, saying hi. You know, when you're going to these places, everybody doesn't always want to be there. You know, it's crazy what a hi, how's your day, or just, you know, people having that human connection, which is something we're lacking in today's world, genuinely helps the next person. So starting small, having that low pressure is going to prevail your social confidence, because it's just low pressure, and you keep doing that and doing that and doing that and building that up, you're gonna get there. Step 3, I truly wish, if you want to like get this down packed, I want you to read How to Win and Influence People. This book has transformed my life. Focus on the other person. Become genuinely interested in others' life. It's literally just by focusing on the person. Once I ask the person how's their day going, whether it's good, whether it's not good, how, you know, whether it's okay, I just want to ask, like, sometimes I'm just like, why is that okay? And then they talk more about themselves, and that takes pressure off of me, because I don't have to be like, you know, saying all these and like, you know, awkward and, you know, getting all intense about striking up a conversation, when there's literally a conversation right there about them. When you focus the conversation on the other person, it just makes it so easy to find out a commonality or relatability to pick up on, and to start, you know, a conversation immediately. That way, to make it comfortable for everyone. Yes, I know some people don't want to say this, but everyone has a little bit of selfishness in them. People love to talk about themselves. So if you get them talking about themselves, girl, the conversation is going to be endless, okay? And it's going to be so easy for you to just pull up so many things about the conversations, like not only how their day was, about it leading to their outfit choice. There's so many things where you don't even have to think about, okay, what do I say? What do I say? You can literally just respond with simple words and why is that? And how did that come about? And oh, that's really nice. And then you can also throw in your relatability as well. You want to focus on the next person, just because we are in our, like, you know, growing stages, is so much easier to draw up conversation. Going into our conversation, the devil really wants to tell you that you suck at conversations, but I'm here to tell you, you don't. You just don't have the perfect strategy. And the problem is that every time you go up and you talk to people, or you want to have a conversation with people, or you want to have friends, he wants to always psych you out of the conversation. Oh, you know what? You're not good at talking. Don't talk to them. Oh, guess what? They would never understand you. They would never be your friend. You're not good at talking. You're awkward. You're weird. You sweat. You have anxiety. Go somewhere else. Don't talk to somebody. Don't talk to them. Go in a corner. You know what? I tell that voice now. I tell that voice to shut up. Sometimes you got to tell that voice to shut up. What I did was I replaced the negative thoughts with positive thoughts. I'm not awkward. I'm great. I'm different. I'm unique. And that is what adds that extra flavor to me. That is what makes me different from everybody else. And guess what? I don't want to be the same as everybody else anyways. So thank you for telling me that I'm different. You have to take whatever's negative and flip it as a positive. Because what's going to happen is you're going to go down that spiral of thinking that you are those things and you're not. That's not you. That's not you, girl. You are confident. You are intelligent. You know how to talk to people. You're just psyching yourself out of that. And it could also be because of self-sabotage. You want to see, you see yourself, so you see your vision, but you keep psyching yourself out every single time. Baby, we got to stop. It just takes that initiative to replace the negative voices with positive voices, with God's voice, with Jesus' voice. Because I never heard a day in my life where God is going to tell you something negative, where Jesus is going to tell you something negative at all. If it's negative, it's not from him. You know what voice that is, and you automatically you got to catch it. When you start catching that voice and you start turning it to positive, baby, the world view changes. Just by taking that action, completely change your perspective, being more open and vulnerable and confident in owning the conversation. Getting into our next tip, focus on the present and calm your nerves. When I was always talking to people growing up, I would be so nervous and I would have like anxiety attacks. Why? Because I didn't just take a step back and just been like, and just breathe, like, These are just human beings. Let's take a step back. Let's breathe. Let's analyze. Let's see what's going on. Why am I feeling this way? Because of fear. I have a fear of not being accepted by the next person by what I'm saying in the conversation, or by striking up this conversation, or, you know, being awkward and trying to be perfect. Why do I have to be perfect for the next human being? I should be trying to be perfect for God, not a human being who's gonna die on earth, you know, and probably forget my name, probably forget the conversation. You want to know something? When you are awkward in a situation, just remember that 99% of the time, a year later, 2 years later, 6 months later, that person is not going to remember the conversation. Heck, even remember you. It's not serious. It's not a big deal. It may seem like a big deal in the moment, but you have to remember, if you just think, this person is literally not gonna remember in 6 months, why am I tripping over it today? Okay, and number 6, we're gonna go into setting realistic goals, making eye contact, starting a conversation with a new person. You know, that is realistic. You want to make sure that you're going in, you're aiming for goals that you can achieve, and that's not having like a full-fledged conversation, and that's going to overwhelm yousself. Girl, my head used to always be down. That screams I'm not confident. I used to literally always used to make eye contact with the floor until I realized, why am I making eye contact with the floor and not making eye contact with these humans? Why am I not making eye contact when God made me God wonderfully created me, wonderfully created you? Why am I putting my head down to another human being? I'm not a peasant. You know what I mean? Start thinking like that. Start, you know, having a little pep in your step. Last tip, if you're struggling being socially confident, awkwardness happens. Don't be hard on yourself when it doesn't go as planned. Conversations are not going to be perfect, but what is going to happen is repetition. Keep going, keep trying, and always remember that we're just dealing with humans. They make the same mistakes, okay, as you. No human is greater or better than you. And that everybody is awkward. Everybody has mishaps. Everybody messes in conversations. It's just that you think that they don't. And you're scared that if you say something you mess up, that they're going to remember it for the rest of their life, which is not true. Because half of the time, you want to know something, these people can't even remember their granddaughter's middle name, okay? Heck, remember your conversation, okay? Things happen. Things are not as they seem. Things are not going to go always like you want them in your head. But you have to remember that in the conversation, when you walk up to these people, when you have conversations with new people, or to make friends, or to associate yourself with the club, that they're no better than you, they're no greater than you, and that they make the same mistakes. The only thing is, you think it's huge, and people like them get over it as soon as possible. So what I want you to do to help you even more is to go through these tips even more in my description box, and I want you to consistently have conversations with people. I want you to practice in the mirror. Heck, I think you should join a speech debate team. Practice talking in the mirror. Go outside, have conversations with real people, and don't let technology confuse you for reality when that's virtual. Have a real connection with a human being. Talk. And once you use these tips that I have showed you, that I have used today, these are tested tips. I'm socially confident now because of these. They work. If you just remember this tip, these are just humans. They're no greater than the next. They're not better than me. I'm no longer looking my head down. I'm no longer nervous. I'm no longer scared of what the next person says out of the mouth of their opinion. of what they think of my answer should be or my conversation should be. I'm not perfect, never will be perfect. I am great at conversations with other people because I can make that human connection, because I'm a human and they mess up just like how I mess up. So therefore there's no difference than neither one of us. Okay, y'all, that's gonna be the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. And I truly hope on your journey that I helped you with building social confidence. Okay, girl, I hope that this video helped you, because all these tips have helped me genuinely. And girl, I was going through the wind. I was going through it. I truly hope this video helped you. Please let me know more tips in the comments if you have more, if you deal with social anxiety, because girl, it is just a chapter in my life that I had to go through to get here. But let me know if you like more videos like this by liking the video, commenting down below, and subscribing if you're new to see more videos like this. I do have a glow up series playlist on my channel, which will be probably right here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. See you in the next video.